about those experiences.
Mhm.
I guess. What did you say? I guess.
She wants to tell you about her life.
I
She guesses that. Yeah.
So I guess the whole point of this video is I've never really told you guys who I am in the aspects of like me as a person, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I guess why I'm not I guess. I can edit in yours.
We'll edit it, you know.
I guess stop saying that. I'm on YouTube because I want to share my story and hopefully influence others through past experiences and also new experiences that have come into my life. And I should talk about that. I do. I really do. Okay, I'm 23. I don't know if I ever mentioned that to anybody. I guess. Shut up for saying that. And I feel like I haven't told you guys anything about myself on why I'm on YouTube. I'm just stop saying tell me to stop saying
Just
Alright, here. I've always wanted to help the world and I don't know, or I've had trouble finding ways of doing that, whether it's gone traveling and, you know, donating money and stuff like that. It's never been satisfying enough, and so I thought I would try YouTube because I know there's a lot of people out there who could probably identify with stuff that I've gone through and my past and who I am. And I apologize for my really red eyes. I swear I'm not stoned. It's just natural. I swear. I mean it.
So what is it about YouTube that has drawn, like, people have drawn you? There are people that you watch that are YouTubers that have inspired you to do what you're doing now. So what is it that they give you, what you've noticed what they do, and wanting to go, you know what, I want to do that too. There's a joy in that. Maybe there's some sadness. There's the realness to it. What do you want to kind of take away and then give back, I guess?
A lot of the YouTubers I've watched, just seeing the impact they've had on others and myself, and how just through a computer screen, TV screen, making someone's shitty ass day better just by a video. Like your happiness is my happiness is what I like to say. And if I can do that, it's not about the money. I don't care if I become famous. It's not about, conventions or anything like that. I honestly am here just to share stories and hopefully help others and make other people's days better. And I just really, YouTube helped me when I was in my darkest times and, brought me and lifted me up. And so I really thought, this would be a good way to, try to help others. And, yeah.
So you go.
And another, I guess, because I've always been a humanitarian. There's another problem with me. I have a speech issue, so
I do too.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
Any others out there who have a speech issue would understand. So, anyways, you're not alone. So humanitarian work, and right now with the world sadly being so crazy and not very safe, going on mission trips and traveling and helping that way isn't really an option for me. And then donating money to a cause I don't trust it's going to go where they say it's going to go. So I decided I'm going to try this way because why not? And you know, I really have to thank a few YouTubers that out there, I'm not going to name them all, but who have really influenced me to do this. And yeah, and I wanted to bring him into it because without him, I'm going to play with your leaf.
Mm.
Not your leaf, your...
You're hitting the feather.
The feather.
To the King's
I'm-
logo. So
I'm a terrible
Yeah.
native. By the way, I'm half Native American, half Jewish. It's a very fun mix, but yes, I'm feather. What was I doing?
you were bringing me into the,
Yes.
the video, yeah.
Because of Jeff, I would not be here because I thought about this, and before I met him I was gonna do this, and I actually did make videos, and then I had some negative feedback from it, and I took it to heart and decided, screw it, I'm not gonna do it. And you really helped me, you know, say fuck you to everyone. Can you say that on my shit? Say, screw you, poopy people. I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna go on YouTube, and I don't care what you think.
Kind of.
Oh, I care what you think, but I mean, like, I don't. Their opinions about my content, I
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Honestly, not honestly. Obviously, I will take feedback and stuff like that, but there's certain things that I just gotta ignore and just go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like recommendations, like if there's anything that you want video-wise that you like that she's done so far, anything you want her to continue doing, stuff like that would be helpful.
I mean, I did do the video. I babysit a lot, and I thought it'd be fun to do baking. Unfortunately, again, like I mentioned before, I do not have a camera right now. Well, I mean, I do, but I don't have a vlogging camera at the moment that I can afford to buy. So we've been using my phone, and I apologize for the quality. And still learning how to edit and all that stuff, but you can just get like a sneak peek of what I like to do. I like cooking and stuff. It's just all over the place. But if you guys have recommendations or something you want to see or hear about, I mean, I've kind of briefly told you that I suffer from panic disorder. I have celiacs. I mean, I've gone through a lot of stuff. So if you want, like, I would kindly do a video of, you know, like how I've overcome that stuff and going through really, really dark times and knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
We just watched that movie, What Dreams May Come, and
By the way, if you're gonna watch that movie, prepare to cry your eyes
Yeah.
out because it's really sad, but it's a really, really good movie. Definitely recommend it. I recommend it.
yeah.
So yeah, and then this is Jeff. I don't know. I haven't really talked about it yet. This is Jeff.
Mhm.
By the way, he is a Kings fan, which I am also a huge Kings fan.
Something
Just-
important to bring up for
Yes.
both of us. for
If
sure.
you don't like the Kings or hockey in general, you may not like this page because it's going to come up sometimes.
A lot of times.
What he said.
A lot of times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And say a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Yeah, so there are things that I want to mention that just some key words that, you know, I don't have to talk about. This isn't my channel, so I'm not going to talk about myself too much, but I'm definitely going to be supporting Nikki during her time, and, you know, astrology, spirituality, martial arts, hockey. I love playing ice hockey. Making music. I hope to make some songs for her videos at some point. That's something that I'm looking forward to doing.
I'll link below.
A link below. And yeah, there's just some other things. I guess I like traveling. I like the thought of traveling. Indiana Jones, just adventure. Just basically that. And I really, really value relaxation. I like finding methods of relaxation and meditation and kind of going through those healing modalities and the different ones. So I'm open to learning more from people, open to talking, discussing more about what I've learned.
So going back on what he said previously about his music, spirituality, and ways to, he said like keep calm and stuff like that, and just all that stuff is one of the biggest reasons of why we met. Well, not the biggest reasons. We'll tell you that in a second. But through the astrology, hockey, his love for Native American stuff, actually, even though he's not Native American, but I swear he is.
I don't know
secretly.
yet. We're the Ancestry.com
Yeah,
DNA
we-
test is
we definitely
on the way back, so we'll
definitely.
see.
Because my inner Native feels like he is Native.
Probably not, but okay.
But
I'll take it.
yeah. So I'll let you take the stage. How did we meet?
We met online through a dating app. It was
Oh.
Match.com. Actually, it was out of all of the online dating apps, that one was the best one. So if you're watching Match.com, it worked.
It
It worked.
We'll do something.
So
I just didn't like how
And we're
pale.
back. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
yeah, it's a harsh life.
And it's kind of funny right now to look at him, who is Irish, and me, I'm half Native, like I said before, half Native American, Lakota Sioux. Lakota Sioux out there. And Russian, Austrian, Jewish, Yiddish, to be the old language for Jews, I think. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, if I'm wrong. I'm really, really, really bad with my heritage, other than my native side. But anyways, he looks so much darker than I do right now. It could just be the lighting, and also because for some reason I'm really pale right now. I don't get a lot of sun. And I don't know why that matters. It really doesn't, but I thought I'd just mention it. Anyways, okay.
All right,
Going
so
back. So we met online, which
Met online.
a lot of people think doesn't work.
and you know what? It didn't for a long time.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I mean, it failed for me a few
Yeah.
times.
I mean, it just wasn't working out, and I was like just days away from actually deleting it, and I got a message from Nicole and asking me who my favorite Kings player was, and that's just I was
The
hooked.
rest is history.
I was hooked, and I think it was like 2 days after that I had to ask her out that moment. I was like, okay, we're gonna go out. In my head, I'm thinking this is perfect timing, and a little too good to be true maybe. And our first date, I knew it from the very beginning when she ordered a cheeseburger. I was thinking, I have nothing to worry about here.
I don't care. I eat what I want.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's funny because I got a cheeseburger, and I'll get big meals like this, but ask him, I never finish it, and I'm the fastest eater in the world. Right?
Said nobody.
Said no one ever. I'm the slowest. Well, I'm not the slowest. Right? I'm not the slowest.
Yeah, you're not the slowest. You're not.
But I'm not the fastest. I have a stomach the size of like a lemon, I feel
Yeah.
like. But
Okay, well, so there's something really cool about this date though, because it was it was a brewery, and it was very, very relaxed. People were watching baseball. I loved it. It was my first time going there, and it closed down I think at 10 o'clock, but the guy was mopping near us, and he
we're
was
home.
like,
We gotta mention what time we started at.
8 o'clock I think.
And it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
8 o'clock we
Eight.
met.
8 o'clock, so we went from 8 to 10. The guy was mopping towards us, and he said, I was like, okay, you probably need us to get out of the way. He said, no, we're just, need to mop this area. And I was
Because
like,
they're getting ready for a party.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, we'll get out of here. He's like, well, you guys can go out to the side area. We'll light the fire pit for you and everything. So we were able to stay past closing time. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but for us, for me, it was really cool.
No, it was.
And so they were having fun in there. We were sitting by
Yeah.
the fire pits till I think
It was 2 a.m. and it
Yeah.
started to rain.
Yeah.
But we were underneath a shelter. But yeah, he's like, they were setting up for a Halloween party because we had,
Right.
it was October 16th that we had our date. And so they were getting ready for their annual
Yeah.
Halloween party. And I wonder if they weren't doing that, if they would have let us stay or longer.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it was just
Coincidence?
the perfect timing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have happened
Yeah.
another time, but
And I think the guy picked up on the fact that like we had
it
really
was
good
like,
chemistry.
yeah, and he probably realized
Yeah.
it was one of the first dates we've had, so he was being nice.
So he set up a little fire outside in the rain, and he even brought us out water.
Yep.
And I think around 2:30 we finally, called it a night, and they were still going. I'm pretty sure they
were still laughing and
they were still doing something,
Yeah.
but that was huge.
So.
I never had something like that. But I guess some of that's private, some of
Yeah.
that's for us to. But it was definitely a start of
just
something.
had to say though that online, if you're on any dating websites or doing that at all, I know it's easy to give up and do that, but honestly the one that because you're paying for it, I felt like it had more validity and we both were just, she said
Yeah.
it perfectly a while back, we were dating with a purpose as opposed to looking for just a quick fix.
Hook up or
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the thing is a lot of people. And another thing I'm noticing is a lot of people before even trying, or they'll go like on Tinder, or OkCupid, and obviously those, there's a bad rap for that, and they'll have like one or two bad experiences, and then they set the whole train of all websites like bad.
Right.
And you honestly, you can either give up or keep trying. And I feel bad when I hear like, it sucks when you feel nervous to tell people like we met online, because it gets such a bad rap, even though honestly I don't know what I would do with that.
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah.
it's weird though. I mean, I grew up here in this area. I moved away for school, moved away for fun in different states, and came back here and ended up finding someone that I lived next to almost my entire life. And it was just,
Yeah.
it was helpful. It was a tool just to help me kind of connect with
And that's
somebody.
another thing
So,
is you also have to put it out there.
yeah.
That, like I said, like I was tired of dating and giving myself my heart away, and just, ending up like crushed. Like, and I made it clear, like dating with a purpose. If you set your standards and you do not budge by those, like you just go with it and don't. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. Don't relent.
Don't let anyone influence you otherwise and tell you like, oh, just date. Don't worry about like thinking about marriage.
Right.
No, like your heart can only take so much, and you do what you want to do and be you 100%. And if you put that out there, you'll get that feedback back. And if you get someone who's, I know there are people out there who will like be like, oh yeah, I'm so like that, just so they can get into your pants. Well, obviously you're gonna figure that out pretty soon, and
Yeah.
it's sad, it sucks for that, but don't give up.
Yeah, and also and I'm not talking from a place of where I know everyone. Like I'm not a relationship expert whatsoever, but also don't. Not only to get in your pants, but don't please someone else. Don't be someone you're not just to please the other person, and don't make their happiness priority number one.
Mm-hmm.
It really is about you and understanding what makes you happy, and if that's someone that you met online or in person is going to share those same interests with you, I mean that's magic right there. So
because you're not a relationship. You're not there to like you said, to please the other person. It's more of get to know yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself while the other person does it. Because I'm not responsible for his happiness. Neither is he responsible for mine. Like, that's not something we have to worry. What it is, how do I put it? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta be in touch with yourself and what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy, and love yourself and be okay with yourself and have enough, be like secure with yourself. Because if you can't love yourself and be secure with yourself on your own, then there's no way you can do that with someone, like give yourself to somebody else. And obviously, I'm not saying like little gifts here and doing things for each other. That's obviously, I'm not saying don't do that. But don't go out of the way to the point where you are neglecting you just to make someone else happy, because then you're not equal. Because that's not what it's about. It's two people who love themselves, who want to come together and share that, I guess. And,
Yeah.
and be each other's best friend.
Yeah.
And it's really hard nowadays to find people who understand that. Because I feel like a lot of people, including myself, fall in love with the idea of love. Definitely. And forget what it really is about. And we're still young. In the relationship wise. No, we're still young.
I mean,
We're not going to talk about ages. We're both young. We're fine. We're in our 20s. But, we just started, you tell them.
just started.
No, we just hit our 3 month.
Yeah, we just hit our 3 month, and a lot of people believe that's the end of the honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know.
And a lot of people think like, oh, it's just, there's no way you know that person that much. It's just 3 months. Like, that's the problem with society, is you got to just shut them out. You need to shut them out. There's some stuff, of course, that.
Well, and that's the thing too, is if you don't know them in 3 months, then get to know them.
Exactly.
Get to know who they are. Because
But-
if you're wasting your time with somebody and you don't like them months down the road,
Yeah.
you could have figured those things out way earlier.
The 3 months are crucial to get to know that person, to really deeply get to know that person. And another thing is to not rush. Definitely don't rush. Take your time. There's no need. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. And when it does happen, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, so this is my guy.
Having fun, playing around. So it's a combination of probably cooking,
Mm-hmm.
tutorial stuff with maybe some dancing, maybe some Michael Jackson dance moves, because she's an
Oh.
insane freak.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I
And,
can't dance.
She can do all of it, and so some cooking stuff, some dancing stuff, some spirituality, some
Advice.
and we both grew up with learning disabilities and experience with being kind of set aside in school and feeling a little
The
bit of an
shadows,
outsider, and going through all kinds of that kind of stuff, medications, and just
There's so much
There's
to
a lot.
come. Yeah,
There's
there's a
a lot
lot
to
to
talk about.
come. I'll probably make a video about just, how I got through my panic disorder, which I have. Recently being diagnosed with celiac disease. We could both talk about bullying, learning disabilities. Whatever it is that you've heard us talk about right now, if you want to hear, we can go more into depth. And soon to come will be we're going to do a what am I eating challenge. Jeff and I are going to do that.
do some challenges here and there. It's gonna be fun.
And so that will be really fun. That'll probably be like one of the next videos we do. So stay tuned.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Shalom. And
Yeah.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Are you wanting me to turn this off yet?
Yeah.
And that. Okay, fine.